Charles II died quite young and quite unexpectedly, and he didn't leave a son and heir except a string of bastards. The oldest and the most beloved of them was James. Charles made him Duke of Monmouth, he made him General of the Army. James was experienced with the Navy also, and he was absolutely devoted to the Protestant religion and was extremely popular in the country among the Protestant people who believed that Charles II was also Protestant. In fact, he had a father confessor and received extreme unction on his deathbed and died a Roman Catholic. Then came the expected announcement that James, his brother, would become King of England, and James assured people that there would be no pressure on anyone to conform in any religious matter whatsoever, but that he himself was going to continue as a Roman Catholic. His wife was Roman Catholic, and if they had a child, then that child would be a Roman Catholic Prince of Wales. And that was too much for the people of England, the majority of whom had been persuaded by the Henry Reformation and the Elizabethan settlement to change their religion to what was now called the Church of England and was solidly Protestant. James Duke of Monmouth was young and incredibly handsome and incredibly glamorous, and it's hard as a historian and very hard as a novelist not to simply adore him. And it became very clear to him that there was a massive groundswell in the country that he should become the King of England and take his father's place on the throne. And there was a whole discussion about whether this was possible and whether it could be done or not. And in the end, he really succumbed to the temptation of the people who were persuading him that England could not have a Roman Catholic king. And first of all, he ran away, went off in exile to Holland, and then he started mustering troops and ultimately invaded England. When Charles died, the throne went automatically to the next heir, his younger brother James, who became James II, and his wife Mary of Modena became Queen Mary, but they never caught the attention or the love of the people of England. They were Roman Catholic. They had spent most of their lives abroad anyway, in exile with the Stuart court, and there was no warmth to the rather tyrannical, rather authoritarian, dangerously evangelical Roman Catholic king. Instead, people really sided with the bastard son of Charles, James, Duke of Monmouth. Charles had favoured him above everyone else, promoting him through the army, through the navy, and giving him the dukedom, the Duke of Monmouth. He was married to an immensely wealthy woman, an arranged marriage, arranged by his father, and he entered into this period of temptation with both people acclaiming him as the man who should be king and getting a lot of support from Protestant lords and Protestant supporters in the country who said that he should make a bid to become the next King of England. He fled to Amsterdam and started plotting there with the Scottish lords to make an invasion of the country. And it's there that our fictional character Ned himself had died in the war, long-term Cromwell supporter, Republican, found him and swore to go into his service if, in return, James Duke of Monmouth would promise to be a king for the people, a democratic king who would call parliaments. He would give people the right to choose their MPs. In a sense, what Monmouth promised was the fulfilment of the Cromwell legacy to become a leveller king.